Hello lovelies, how are you all doing today? I hope you are well on this beautiful bright day. I'm a little bit sluggish. I've had 3 nights on the trot where the most sleep I've managed has been about 4 hours, I kid you not. So I might trip over my words today. Yeah, there's been quite a lot of indoor stuff happening, quite stressy stuff happening, and I thought I just need to break this cycle and be out in the garden. And also because it's been over 2 weeks since I've actually done anything in the garden other than watering and harvesting. And just a note on a word on the watering, I'm just looking around today and it's all looking a little bit, it's not looking great, and I think that's so much in part because of this drought that we've been in for weeks now. I have been keeping on top of watering as best I can, but of course I'm watering with tap water, chlorine in it, and I mean the beautiful thing about rain is it contains a little bit of nitrogen, which is why after rain suddenly things really look green again. So I sort of came out this morning and thought, right, I need to get away from all that stuff that's been doing my head in and keeping me awake at night, get a bit physical, what needs doing, etc, etc. Had a slight moment of, oh, it's not looking great, but then had that moment of, okay, come on then, let's get on. So I'm going to try to get on with sort of odds and ends of jobs and getting rid of a bit of mess if I can. I've got some more seeds to sow. Yeah, I'm a bit I'm sure you all experience this at times with your gardens when you just look and you think, oh, I don't know what to do. It's sort of like everything needs doing and I've given it all this work already. I just want to sit and do nothing. I'd love to just lie back on this bench and snooze in the sun. But no, I need to get active. So I'm going to start down here. Actually, not a bad idea because it's in the shade. So let's have a go at this first job, which has been outstanding for months. So I'm at the bottom of my back garden steps. Gate. In a shady corner, just see the sun's just moving down the bench that way. And when I moved in, I inherited this sort of concrete pot. I mean, it's ugly, but useful. It's a pot. I was planning on putting into it this Cicerentium. Oh, look when the light catches it. Oh, that's lovely. This Cicerentium, which is a division from Paul's garden, from his allotment. That was the original plan. Plan has changed. I might have to clear this area. It's a bit of a nursery corner, and that's what I mean today. This is one of the things I want to do, is just have a bit of a tidy up. That was the original plan. However, this, oh, is the bud on it. Brilliant. This is the supermarket rose. I'm going to just pop that down on the top step. So supermarket rose, you know the type you get small, is like a 10cm pot. There's actually about 4 different plants in there. Oh, I can see a second bud that my cousin brought over last, I think it was when she visited in May. I immediately potted it up. Great. So it was sat on the patio sort of throughout May, down by the bird bath, and it really wasn't doing anything, and I thought, oh, have I killed it? I'm not great with roses, I don't think. So then I came and I just sat it on the top of here, out of the way, and it's really perked up. So I think it likes being here for the bit of shade. So I want to plant it now. I want to give it a permanent planting in here. I've got my bag to put rubbish in and then I'll sift it. The reason I haven't planted it yet is this pot has had bindweed coming out of it. which I had a go at. Oh, it's going to be too noisy. And I think I got rid of, however, I'm not entirely sure. So, yeah, and the contents, it just looks like dust in there. So I thought the best thing to do is to empty it and start afresh. But how to go about it? What's that? Oh, that's ivy. Yeah, down here, if you remember back in, when was it? I was at April or so. I did a really thorough job of clearing it of weed, but it's now, yeah, it's flooded with bindweed. So what I might do, it's quite blustery today. I've got tons of clips in, hoping to stop the itchy tickly hairs. I need to have another go at this, and I'm probably going to try it with some hydrogen peroxide. So I'm wondering, can I tip this? I think what I'll do, because this is going to be a bit cumbersome, let me get it emptied, and then I've got bits and pieces to fill it with. So I'll bring you back when I'm getting ready to fill it. I'll do the grunt work off camera though. Well, I'm glad I took all of that out, because all sorts of rubbish in there, but also this is just a sample. It's all separate bits, bindweed. I mean, in no time at all, that's going to come back. So, and there were bits of plastic, ooh, all sorts in there. So, it's empty now. There is one small, sort of 10p sized drainage hole in the bottom, and that's obviously where the bindweed has gotten in. Although actually, it could be that it's come up the wall, because on the other side of this wall, I need to give the snicket some attention. It could be that it's come up, flopped over, and then layered, rooted. Anyway, it is gone now. So, in my bucket, I've got all sorts of bits. That's how bad the roof is. Broken roof tiles. The roof tiles like to fall off the roof and smash in the garden. So, just sort of stagger those around the hole, slightly bigger one on the top, and then just noisy higgledy-piggledy in the bottom. Obviously it's not an issue at the moment, we're in drought, but well, we saw this winter just gone, pretty much from September right through to the beginning of March. It rained virtually every day. So yeah, a bit of drainage, important. I think that might do. Just a couple of bits. Now, by way of filling it, oh, I did find in there one worm. So I've got it sitting in some soil just underneath you for now to pop back in. I had one of my black grow bags, I had the wolf and butternut in. Wolf and butternut pretty much died straight away, so that compost has got some nutrient in it still. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go off now with my bucket and get some of last year's spent compost. Take my horry knife as well. Plus, I'm going to put a bit of garden soil in here as well, because the garden soil obviously is going to contain all those millions and millions and millions of bits of life forms that we don't see, so that it has a bit of life in the growing medium. Right, let me go off and do that, and then we can start planting up. Yay, because I'm going to put something else in with the rose. Right, good. So, half a bucket, it's a bit of spent compost and some garden soil. I'm going to put the worm in last. Get that in. In goes the worm. Now, space. Yeah, it needs a bit more of a fill before I start planting. Oh, it's bone dry. Of course it's bone dry. I haven't watered this bag because it's not had anything in it. It'll need a really good soak to bring it back to moist. Oh, label. Waltham butternut. Waltham nothing nut. Now, the fun bit. Do you remember I had those paper white daffodils for Christmas? They didn't, oh, the flowers didn't come to anything. They shot up, I think maybe it was just a bit too dark. I originally had them in the kitchen and then I brought them to the end window. But I think it was just a bit too dark. So there's a lot of green. They threw up flower stems, flowers never opened. Anyway, so I let it all die back naturally. Once it died back, I trimmed the foliage somewhat. And now I'm left with 6 bulbs. Let's just get them off there quickly. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too shady in this corner. I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to put them slightly to the front of the pot. Just do it so I can see where I'm doing them at the minute. So I don't put them all on one on top of the other. And then hopefully that's a little bit of colour in the spring whilst the rose is waiting to wake up. This is lined, this terracotta pot. It's lined with a bit of old compost bag. So in theory, it should be like when we bake a cake and we line it with some baking paper. Hopefully it should come out relatively easily. I want to keep as much of its original soil with it as possible. Okay, so it's come out as a neat little parcel. Just see how deep I need to go without disturbing all the daffs I just put in. Oh, I just disturbed one. Tuck you back in there. Let's see if that will do it. Go a bit deeper. I could have done in a way with bringing this out to the table to manipulate. However, obviously once I fill it, it's going to be really heavy. So that will have to suffice. Whoops, losing a bit of soil. Oh, and a worm. Right, worm in there. It's actually quite damp, this, the compost it was growing in. I'm pleased about that. It's not had, I don't give it a massive amount of water when I'm watering the rest of the garden. I mean, it's really a bit of a sprinkle. But, like I said, because the pot was lined with the old bit of compost bag, it's retained its moisture. And of course, it's in a shady spot in the garden. It's not getting quite that massive glare of sun that other parts of the garden are getting. Goody goody. Oh, I've made a mess. Right, I'm just going to finish up and then we'll move on to the next job. One last thing. Awkward stretch. So I know I said that the compost around the rose is quite moist still. Even so, I'm going to give it a bit of a soaking because about half, more than half of this container, the medium in it is really, really dry. If it was a smaller pot, what I'd actually do, I'd fill a tray with water, stand the whole pot in the tray for an hour or so, let it soak up as much as possible. But I'm lifting this one way too much. So I'll give it a bit now. And then later on, whoopla, a little bit more. And fingers crossed, those daffs, I know it's really hard to see, it's so dark, isn't it? But fingers crossed those daffs come up next year. As always, there's deadheading to catch up with, in the hopes of prolonging the blooming season. Also, next door under the bench, I need to do a bit of snipping. Let me show you why. Oh, that wind's picking up. This uchikikuri put out a second stem. It's going along under the bench, looking absolutely fine for, well, the last few days. But then yesterday I thought it was looking a bit limp, and then I noticed, actually it just seems to have rotted off here, so I'm gonna, oh gosh, it does feel wet and soggy and weird. I'm just going to take the whole thing off so the plant isn't trying to put any energy into it, and this will go in the compost. So if you've seen my Facebook, Insta, etc., I've mentioned that I've been keeping on top of coming out here and tickling my flowers in the hope of improving my pollination. However, I'm still getting majority male flowers. So far with the uchikikuri, one fruit. Woohoo, big deal. Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's been so hot and dry. Oh, that also, I think it's been blown in the wind. It looks a bit like, I don't know whether it's snapped. It's looking a bit soft and unhappy. At least the dead bit's out now. Right, a few more flowers and then next job. See, the bird bath looks really in need of a clean again. Might not be today, but it is a priority. Ooh, windy. Okay, now I need to get the big clips out, the loppers. The lettuce have actually done really well for me, which is a bit of a minor miracle. With the heat, I have had 3 bolt, but considering, I'm going to trip on that if I leave it there. Considering the amount I planted, yeah, that's been great. So I've got, from my second planting, I've got a couple here that are looking really sad in this really strong sunshine, and some in the bags. I didn't water last night. I've been trying to do it every sort of 2 to 3 days, but yeah, these are looking a bit sad in this bright sun. So I'm now going to plant out this, were they my 3rd lot? Anyway, this lot are going out now. So I'll have a continual supply, and then I'll reseed today, so that when all of these that you can see, and the ones in the growing bags, once they're done, hopefully whatever's, I will grow some more in the tray and they can go in. I don't think it's ideal to be doing this. The ground is dry, it's full sun, but this is my chance to do it, so it's happening. And what I'll do is, these have had a good soak. Oh, you can probably see they're dying to get in, their little roots hanging out. Yeah, they've all had a good soak. So they'll be going in with really damp, wet, actually, root balls. And then I am going to give them a watering now. Oh, my finger's stuck. A gentle watering. And then tonight, everything will get a proper watering again. So yeah, they should be all right. Like I say, not ideal in this blazing sun, and actually it's quite warm. Right, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plugs left. I'll put in 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, let's squeeze one more in here. Yeah, sorry, what I was saying is not ideal, but then has anything been ideal this summer? Goodness me. We just have to make the most of whatever we're given. Gosh, this ground is dry. Like I said, it was 2 nights ago I watered and I really soaked it, but yeah, bone dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give each of these where I plant it, I'm going to give them a little bit of a hollow so that water can sit there and sink down into them. Ooh. Actually, it's nice to have a bit of a breezy day. Just helps cool things down a bit. Good. Just working on that continuous supply. I was mentioning getting the loppers out. I think I'll save that for another video because I've got other things to be getting on with in the meantime. Right, let's get their friends in down there. Oof. I've got the watering can ready. I filled the watering can, it's tap water again. It's sitting in the sun so that I don't want the water to get hot. That's the last thing I want. But I'm just warming up in the sun a bit to take that really cold chill off the tap water. Just trying to give them as few shocks as possible this afternoon. Alright, my little ones, you're going to be great. Excuse me. Gosh, time is just galloping away. Where does that time go? A couple of little jobs and it's like half an hour later. So I'm going to carry on now off camera and all the usual culprits that need doing today. Tomato cares. Like I said, that lopping job, I think I'm going to do that as a separate video because I've got other stuff to do with it. The tomato cares, and I've got a massive pile of washing up, as in garden washing up, as in pots and trays. Oh, and because I'm just seeing it on my table now, to re-sow or do another sowing of salad leaves. Great, thank you for reminding me. Alright lovelies, so I think that's enough for today. I'm going to bid you a farewell in a second, but I'm just going to put on the end of here, I think it's about 3 minutes worth of footage. Take a big deep breath in, watch this footage, let your breath go, and I hope you'll find it supremely relaxing. This is a little bit of the wildlife in my garden, the beautiful insects doing their thing. So enjoy this. I'll see you all again really soon. I think probably we'll be in the kitchen, or we might not be in the kitchen. But certainly something to do with food in the next one. So until then, lots of love to you all. Happy growing. For now, cheerio. And take that big deep breath in to watch the following. And let it go. Bye bye lovelies. Even the steam train's letting its breath go. Cheerio.